So I guess it wouldn't be really surprising that we are doing this event together with Tursona because we actually share a very similar mission and very similar vision of what actually happens with the money and where it goes and what it actually means to people. And what I was thinking when I was preparing it is that how do I actually do the same type of speech that Ori just did without sounding exactly the same? I can do that. That's definitely one way to go. Funny story about that, but not right now. I can actually do 3 different ones. But so the way that I was thinking about it, I thought to take a bit of a different approach, and I was basically trying to think of why are we here? Why are we doing what we are doing? And by saying we, I don't mean necessarily people here in the room, but we as a society in a bit broader way. And my answer was prosperity. And what I was thinking to myself is that today, if you think about it, our world completely changed. Everything has become digital. And I guess the big part of how do you become prosper is through digitalization, which kind of makes sense, but I guess there are some other people that were paying attention to the same fact as well. And those are sometimes referred to as the bad actor. And they all pay attention and also notice that everything becoming more digital, which means that there is much more things that we can now take away from those different organizations. And if you think about how bad it actually is, just think about 20 cities being all hit by ransomware in the same month. 20 cities, 1 month. It sounds crazy, but that's actually happened in 2019, not that long ago. If you think about nurses that cannot provide service to people in hospitals because they cannot access their systems, that now is a life-threatening event that basically starting in the digital realm, but affecting everybody in the real-life experience that they're having. Financial institutions, which we sometimes like to not like so much, but eventually that's what makes our society run. And when this goes down, that means a lot of bad things to the society in which we are living. Now, what's also astonishing is that things are actually getting worse. If you've seen the reports from Q3 2019, Q4 2019, everything is getting much worse than it used to be. There is a huge spike in ransomware attacks. I think somewhere in 2019, there was a feeling that those are kind of going away. Comes 2019, and there seems to be a big wave coming again. So it's only getting worse, which is quite disappointing, to be honest. And then by looking at how things stand, I was thinking to myself, so what's next? How do we gain back the control? How do we deal with this reality in which we're living? And my answer was basically by caring. My conclusion was that it mostly comes to us caring about what happens. And to Ori's point, if you start to think about in terms of not I've lost X amount of money, you're starting to think, I care about where that money went. I care about what's going to happen with the people that will be affected because of something like that happened to me. When we care about each other to a degree, and we care about being something which is kind of bigger than us in the very immediate, small microcosmos that we operate in, you also get to a conclusion that it's not going to be about one person or one company stopping it. It will have to be all of us together working to make that work. So I basically want to thank you all for taking part of this journey and for helping us to try and basically revert what's happening, because right now it definitely feels like we are failing, and we should not. We should be winning. Thank you.